the darkest weekend in a very, very, very long time. To have trawled through video upon video of women, children, elderly, killed and kidnapped is something one wouldn't wish upon even their enemies. Now imagine the plight of the Israeli people to see this unfolding in front of their very eyes. To see their houses attacked, their children murdered in front of their eyes, their mothers and grandmothers executed and videos being uploaded on Facebook. All of this happening within a matter of minutes. Women stripped, raped, murdered, and then to be told, you asked for it. What is worrying particularly for India is how some within our country are actually mouthing all of this. Both sides were at fault. A reaction to an action, if you will. In Aligarh Muslim University, a march was organized in solidarity with Palestine. Politicians ranging from Asaduddin Owaisi to the left tried to give cover fire for what happened in Israel and argued that Israel is the one which is the aggressor. Hamas was only forced to retaliate. But before we go any further, I want you to listen in to what happened at this solidarity march in Aligarh Muslim University, for which, by the way, now 4 people have been booked.
You stand with Palestine. You stand with Palestine. You stand with Palestine. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. You stand with Palestine. You stand with Palestine. You stand with Palestine. La ilaha illallah.
So what do you do when you can't condemn a murder for reasons political or otherwise? You look for excuses. You engage in whataboutery. Here's what we have seen so far. Excuse number 1. Israel started it first. They went after Palestinians and then the whole world kept quiet. Excuse 2. It's a reaction to Israel's action. They oppressed people in the Gaza Strip who were left with no option but to kill, kidnap, and maim. Excuse 3. It's a fight for land and self-determination, and this is a fight against occupation forces. And those who are killed and kidnapped are prisoners of war. They are not civilians. This, by the way, this last statement that, civilians here are not actually civilians, they are occupiers, so they are also in a way combatants, is a mirror image of what the Hamas said in its statement. Now imagine that this thought, this excuse, this normalization of violence is being mouthed not by the Hamas, not by the fringe, but by mainstream political parties within India.
कि गाजा की जो स्ट्रिप है, आपने तो 16 साल से ब्लॉकेड करके रखा इजराइल ने वहां पर उसको 16 ईयर से ब्लॉकेड है। ओपन एयर प्रिजन है वो। इजराइल ने गाजा एयरपोर्ट को 2001 में बर्बाद कर दिया। ओपन एयर प्रिजन बना के रख दिया आपने गाजा और वेस्ट बैंक को, और फिर आप बोल रहे हैं कि ये क्या हो रहा है। वायलेंस, अप्रेसर कौन है वहां पर? अप्रेसर इजराइल है। अप्रेस कौन है? फलस्तीनी है।
എന്ത് രഹസ്യ നീക്കവും പിടിച്ചെടുക്കാൻ കൽപ്പുള്ള ലോകത്തിലെ ഏറ്റവും സമർത്ഥമായ പ്രതിരോധ ചാരസംഘടന എന്നെല്ലാം പുകഴ്ത്തപ്പെട്ട മൊസാദിന്റെ വലിയ പരാജയമാണ്. നമ്മുടെ മാധ്യമങ്ങൾ, അച്ചടി മാധ്യമങ്ങൾ വിശേഷിച്ചും കാണാത്ത കാര്യം, ഹമാസ് ഒരു തീവ്രവാദ സംഘടനയാണെന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ നെതന്യാഹുവിന്റെ നേതൃത്വത്തിൽ ഇസ്രായേൽ ഭരിക്കുന്നത് ഒരു തീവ്രവാദ ഭരണകൂടമാണ്.
मगर बदकिस्मती ये है कि पूरी दुनिया जो है वो जब इजराइल जुल्म करता है, फलस्तीन को कत्ल करता है, तो वो खामोश रहते हैं। और जब अब हमस ने इजराइल के लोगों के साथ नाइंसाफी की, उनके साथ जुल्म किया, वहाँ इंसानी हुकूक की पामाली की, तो सारे लोगों में हाहाकार मची है। मैं समझती हूँ ये गलत है, ये सिलेक्टिव आउटरेज है, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। फलस्तीन का एक बहुत बड़ा मसला है जिसको हल करने की जरूरत है।
Which now brings me to some really basic questions. What is it that leads one to justify and rationalize an unabashedly brutal and savage terror attack? Is it politics? Is it lack of knowledge? Is it what is commonly referred to as wokeism, where terrorism is rebranded as resistance? Or, and this is the real and uncomfortable elephant in the room, is it a dangerous and fatal affinity to an ideology that knows no territorial borders?